Why do we sit here being silent, watching our leaders turn into tyrants? Have they forgotten which side they're fighting for? Checks and balances set aside and rule of laws, youth and ours, and Constitution openly ignored. Man, I'm not okay. Think we are being played. Is it time for right and left to join a greater cause? Man, I'm not okay. The rich claim to be victimized just to attack the marginalized. This 1% really worth more than all the sick and poor. Always preaching about fellowship while planning their dictatorship. Now we've seen how all of this plays out before. Man, I'm not okay. Think we are being played. Time for you and I to join our country's call. Man, I'm not okay. Ever wonder all the mystery? Why they whitewash our history? Keep dividing is their plan. All in all, such a scam. Algorithm very sly, only used to spread the lies. Politicians know well, hate is simple to upsell. Man, I'm not okay. Think we are being played. Time for you and I to join our country's call.
We are not okay. America is not okay, and we all know that. Former Congressman Joe Walsh, this is The Social Contract with Joe Walsh. Let's figure out how to get okay together.
To the like, what's the policy solution? Where do we find agreement? But I've been thinking about this all week, and I think one of the reasons, like, I'm so attracted to your energy.
By the way, typically as everybody comes in, this is a socialist libertarian, and usually it's me and Xander who fucking love each other. We're just holding hands and trying to find common ground on policy, but I think my young brother has something different today. Oh my God.
No, it's not going to be. It's not necessarily a debate. It's more like I think one of the reasons people are drawn to you as a leader. And I was thinking about our space, like the anti-Trump, pro-democracy, whatever you want to call it. I feel like the average person, my friends, listen to politics like Charlie Brown teacher. Like they're not paying attention really. And it's just like a sound. It's just like the sound in the background.
Yeah.
Exactly. But when they listen to like Trump and his boys, it's like, it's like this like strength sounding, posture. Yeah. When they're not whining, they do a lot of freaking whining too. But it's a strength sounding posture. So there's like this strength. There's always a fucking flag waving in the background. So they've like captured the flag in a way, right? They've got this like patriotism thing. And I was like, I'm not complimenting. I know who they are. I'm not complimenting. But I'm saying if you're not paying attention, there's like this strong sound. There's a flag waving in the background. And they're talking about how the future is going to be good. They're saying good again, which we know is a dog whistle in a lot of ways and whatnot. But they are talking about how the future is going to be good, at least for some people, right? And when I look at our space, I was talking to Miles about this over the weekend. I was like, there's some people who have a strong, like I think Gavin Newsom, people are attracted to him because he has a strong posture right now. He's like posturing with strength. He's like not afraid, whatever. And that's one of the three. But the biggest one that I feel like we're missing is who's talking about how the future is going to be fucking awesome on our side. Anyone talking about how it's going to be amazing? Not that it's bad. Like, what is our... And I don't even mean on a policy sense. Like, policy is different. Policy is like, how are we going to make it amazing? I mean, just generally a posture of like, guys, it's going to be freaking awesome. Where we're going, what's going to happen, it's going to be amazing. Xander, I don't know if we can win a supermajority if we don't have something that feels like that. That's exciting. Obama was the last time I felt like that. and like Obama wasn't even rooted in policy. He just gave me that feeling, to my point. It's like, I think, like, I didn't even exactly know what he meant. Like, he was just saying, we've got hope, guys. It's going to be great. And it felt like we were moving into this new chapter. And I haven't felt that way since. And I don't think there's anyone that feels that way.
Right.
For me right now. Anyways, all right, floor's yours.
So Xander, love where you fucking just pointed us. Look, here's the deal, and in no particular order, because I've had like 6 coffees this morning already. Hey, Xander,
6.
you say you and I are on the same side. We'll always be on the same side. I don't know how long I'll be a Democrat. Look, my biggest beef against Democrats is they're fucking pussies. They're wussies. They don't fight. They've like been blind to this populist moment, right? And they're like substitute teachers. They're like school moms. They're like, oh, don't eat you don't eat that candy. You got to eat the broccoli and all of this shit. And they come across as nerds and not fired up, pumped up people. And what's weird about me, Xander, is I come from the other world where fucking in my world, man, you fucking fly that flag because I fucking love this country. And I believe in a God. You can believe in whatever you want to believe in, but doggone it, I'm going to talk about my God when I talk about politics. Like the other side, the side I come from, they do that. It's mostly bullshit and demagoguery.
Right.
But the side you are on, and I am now temporarily on, has always shied away from showing their fucking love of this country. And here's where I want this country to be in 10 years. And part of it is, Xander, so a lot of it is Democrats are afraid. They're overly consulted. They've got fucking 5 pollsters in their ears. And they don't know how to just talk from the fucking gut. This is why I love this country. This is what I want this country to be. I'd love a Democrat to talk that way, like I talk.
It's almost like everyone. I was thinking about how Trump was trying to rewrite our history the other day. We were talking about it on air. And it's exactly how a narcissist goes about. Like, a narcissist can't have a productive conversation about something they've done wrong because in their head, they've never done anything wrong. So they're like, no, the problem must be you. It's you, crooked media. It's you, history teacher. It's you, whatever. You're the issue that's making me. And he applies that to the nation state level. It's like, oh, if you're criticizing us, therefore, you must be the issue because this place is great. You can have, I think about the meetings I have. I think about the conversations I have. You can have a critique about how you've been and walk away with a positive vision about what to do. So let me give you an example. This is like not like one of my issues that I specialize in, but let me just give you an example of what this could look like. We tore down USAID. Part of the reason we tore that down is because Americans didn't understand why we were spending so much money on these things. And they didn't understand why it was good for them.
Even though they didn't understand it wasn't a lot of money, but go ahead.
Yeah, right. But it's whatever. Small government line items sound like a lot to the average person. It's like $100 million here, $300 million there, right? But so here's my example. Guys, let me tell you what the future of USAID is going to be. We are going to leverage cutting edge technology. We're going to make an investment in AI and research and development to cure a lot of the diseases that could create pandemics around the world. And we're going to work with our partners around the world to nip it in the bud wherever it starts. And we're going to distribute those solutions because you at home are never going to fucking experience a pandemic like you did in 2020. We're not going to shut down your shops. You're not going to have to go inside. You're not going to have to see your elder or young loved ones pass away because we are deploying this new technology we have access to kick ass and eradicate diseases that were previously incredibly hard to stop. And now we have data processing technology that has the power of 1 million doctors at once. And we're going to do it. And that's like, we're going to the moon on curing diseases.
Okay, Xander.
Yeah.
Stop there. Yeah. So you and I should be like a 2-headed monster that goes everywhere and says this shit because you would say it at that level. And then I would buttress it by saying, I love everything Xander just said, but here's what I think he really just said. God damn it. We are the leader of the free world. We are the leader of all that's good in the world. I don't want to be involved in wars all around the world. I don't want to tell other fucking countries what to do. But doggone it, I want us to be the place that helps people. There's the flag. Like Xander, I want us to be the place. Right, where people around the world turn to when they want freedom, opportunity, they want to be eradicated from diseases, they want to keep their impoverished children alive. I don't want fucking people turning to China. Like combine what you just said with a positive vision. This is who America is. And I'm not no fucking neocon. I don't want to tell Iraq or Iran. We're not talking regime change. We're talking about we are the country that helps eradicate diseases around the world. We're the country people turn to when they want answers and solutions. And it doesn't cost a lot of fucking money. So what I'm saying, Xander, is combine what you just said at one level with
you
what
added
I
the
just
patriotism
said.
piece of it, which was nice. It's like it's an important piece of it, not because I feel like the patriotism thing has become so tainted because of the demagoguery that you talked about.
No,
And it's hard to divorce those. It's important that we reaffirm that we're on a team and this team's great. And the team is going to do great things together, I should say. I don't like to
stop you right there. Can I stop you right there?
Yeah.
Can I stop you right there?
Yeah.
And this is not you, Xander, because you are a lovable far lefty who I love, and you love this country, and you talk about how great America is and how great you want America to be. So I'm not talking about you, but the left in general has always been reticent to talk about what a fucking amazing experiment this thing is, America. And my God, fucking slavery, Jim Crow, imperfect from the beginning. We have our original sin. We're a work in progress, but this is the most unique form of government and freedom known to man. I know you know that. The left has a hard time saying shit like that.
You know where I think we could go, though? This is why the show is so important. It's so funny. I'm doing the show wrapped in the flag. but the place I think you can get agreement, because we can talk about, I think where we run into trouble is like reaffirming what we are right now or what we were, which, like, depending on what lens you're like having, lens you have, I think what we can affirm together all the time is we're a incredibly exciting experiment, and where we can go can be amazing. And this is why it can be amazing, and we should go and we've done amazing things in the past that affirm that we can do amazing things in the future.
Like, you're right.
When we go backwards looking, here's like the whole tension between poor whites, MAGA, and poor blacks narrative-wise. Poor whites feel like they were safer in the past, and so they want to go back to the past. Poor blacks were waiting for that day where they were going to be safer in the future, right? They're like, the civil rights movement kind of petered out. It's like the great wealth transfer never happened. The integration of school systems didn't do exactly what they thought it would. Then you've got mass incarceration and the war on drugs and all that stuff, right? So they didn't get there. But both communities are like, I want to be fucking safe. I want to be safe. I want to have opportunity and be safe. And just there's this time dimension to when they are. And I'm saying, let's just get rid of the fucking time dimension piece of this. And like, we've got to be talking future. We've got to be talking forward looking, and make sure we're painting a vision where both those communities go, we're going to be kicking ass together. It's going to be great. Your lives are going to get better.
But that vision has to be painted with utter love for this country. Robert De Niro a couple weeks ago, who you and I love. Robert De Niro at an event in New York said that because of Trump and Trumpism and MAGA, he does not love America right now.
Mm-hmm.
I knew what he was saying, but when I heard that, totally. I said, fuck, no! I love America now more than ever. That's why I oppose Trump and Trumpism and what this is. My God, it's now when the dream of what this thing is really threatened that our love for this country to make it what it should be, to make it better than what it is now. Don't stop loving America. Xander, give me your take on this.
I think two things can be true, right? There's a lot of ways the world, I could be very academic and debate like how I think the world should be designed. Like, I don't know if nation states in general have been a good idea. I actually think the original way the US was created, where states had a little more autonomy and people felt a little more autonomous, even though we were still a nation state,
completely.
It was like, there was like a way that I think we were governing that like people felt more empowered in some ways.
Completely.
Obviously some people at that time, but I mean the people that are able to participate in democracy felt more empowered. So we can get really academic and we can talk about, mass incarceration and the neocons, like, and how they've, impacted the world. There's a lot to like criticize. And I think like that staticness on like, do we love this like thing or not is really challenging. And I think where I can be bought in on that is like, do I love us? You know what I mean? Like, I think like America almost feels like when I say like, you love America, it feels like almost like you're pledging allegiance to like this thing you have no control over, or like that means so many different things versus, do I think we can come together as a group? Do I love us? Do I think that we can come together as a group and do amazing things together?
See,
But we
this is
have to
so.
first, we
Keep
have to,
going.
sorry, Joe, I just want to wrap this
Keep
point.
going.
We have to first affirm that we are on a team, right? Like we have to go, okay, we are on a team and we do want to do great things together. Here's what that can mean. And here's what America can mean. Go ahead.
I think you're right, and I love your focus on the future, but there has to be an acknowledgement of the past, of the basic love of what was created. I love America. What do I love? I love the fucking idea of
I think if we
freedom and
define
equality.
that, yeah.
Yeah,
If
I
we
love
define
the
that.
fucking idea, right? An idea, constantly a promise, constantly trying to get better. But the idea, you have to acknowledge the idea. Now, part of the problem, Xander, with the left is, and the right, I come from, forget about MAGA and Trump. I come from the right, where generally we say, and I still say, man, it's easy to be positive when we say, get government out of our hair, get government out of my lives. Let me start that business and hire people and hire white, black, and brown people. Let me unleash entrepreneurship. Go, 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 dog. That's a lot of what I believe in. That's why I was a Republican until Trump. It's easier to be positive with that message than with the message that Democrats tend to lean with. Like, Democrats are more focused on equality. Republicans used to be more focused on freedom. And if you're focused on equality primarily, well, then your lead is, okay, government's got to do something. We need government to do more things to take care of some problems. It's harder to make that positive than it is to make the right's message positive, which is just unleash me, get out of my hair, let me keep my money, and I'll do good things. So away we go. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. I
I'm
mean,
not saying I agree with it.
yeah,
I'm just saying that's
I'm
an
not saying
easier
like that. You're saying the messaging
positivity.
I think we're saying the same thing. It's like it is. There's also something. Me and the King spent a lot when I was running MLK's foundation. We spent a lot of time talking about this. There's something about equality that makes it feel like a fixed pie when you talk through the lens of equality, where it's this like like we've got to divvy it up. And I'm not, again, like like equality is an interesting framework too. We're just talking about these things as frameworks. I do think the way, it's funny enough, the way King would talk about things like the eradication of poverty, right? Like, is more interesting in some ways, like, and more achievable in a lot of ways too, where it's like, look, what we can go after is a country where there's never anyone sleeping on the street at night, where there's a country that is never suffering from a preventable disease. I mean, never is a big word, but you know what I mean? Like, there's almost like a forward motion to even that, to that challenge, where it's like, the reason I think I started with eradicate disease is because that's my instinct. It's like, we can ensure, like, there's no one in this country that doesn't have access to healthy food. And I think this is where you and I think, I don't know if we have a ton of attention around this or not, but like, my aim, when I say like I'm a socialist, my aim isn't entirely like create like a something that's governed by the centralized government. My aim is to put people in a spot where they can be participants in all the things that matter in society, including innovation and private sector stuff, right? So I'm not like a socialist in the sense of like Stalin, where I want the USSR designating jobs and dictating how everything's run. I want everyone in a quadrant of Maslow's hierarchy. I don't know where it is, right? We got Maslow's hierarchy. I want everyone This is a terrible drawing. It's got my to-do list on it. I want everyone, I don't know if you can see that, in like a specific quadrant on that hierarchy, so they should be civically engaged, so they can be participants in innovation, so they can do all these things.
So Xander, I want that too, but in a free capitalist society, which I will die for, you can't ensure that. And I go back to one area of disagreement that we have. We have many. I find this one to be really interesting. I'll be provocative purposely. I've said this before to you. I don't give a fuck about income inequality. I never have. Never, never, never. That's a given that in a free market society, you're going to have inequality. I don't care about inequality. It doesn't bother me. All I care about is opportunity. Like, I want the richest to be as rich as they can be, and I want the folks down here at the bottom to, as much as possible, I want to provide opportunities so they can get up that ladder. I have zero interest in shrinking the difference between rich and poor. Does that make sense?
Does, but I think there is a little bit of
nail me, Xander. Put me upside the head.
I'm making a chart. Autonomy.
You're so fun.
And empowered. I think there is a part of that opportunity that you're talking about that is,
and government plays a role. Government will play a role.
Yeah. It's deeply reliant on people feeling safe and okay. Like, people's intelligence goes down 2 standard deviations if they have less than $500 in their bank account.
So what do you do about that? Fine, that's a problem. So what do you do about
it? It's a problem, right? It's like, hey, I'm giving you an opportunity. It's like, I can't fucking think though. Literally, I can't think. I can't think because I can't move forward with.
So what do you do about it?
So,
and really what we're saying, Xander, is we're saying, what do we want government to do about it?
All right. Here's my top and bottom of society. Can you see this?
Yes.
You see this?
Yes.
I need a floor that allows for autonomy, meaning I can tell you, employer, no. I can really negotiate, and I'm empowered. I can think, I can pursue things. And at the top here, call this my wealth cap, that's coercion. At a certain level, it's too easy for you to fuck up my society. At a certain level, Elon Musk can buy Twitter as an afterthought and buy one of the biggest social media platforms on the country and pay to win an election and change the algorithm on that platform and whatnot. And so there's a certain level where it is too easy I don't think a democracy is compatible with someone who has like $1 trillion. I think it's just too easy for them to warp institutions almost as like throwaway money, not even as like a strategy for theirs, just as throwaway money. They can warp institutions. So those are my 2 lanes. Those are my 2 lanes. And this is like the crux. Like, you and I can, this is like important. We can whiteboard about this for years. Yeah, go ahead.
It's so fun. It's so fun because you and I started somewhere different, and then you and I both naturally gravitate back toward the crux of it and then policy. I don't believe you can ever ensure a floor, and I never want to limit what somebody can make.
But we do it all the time, Joe. We do it all the time. We raise the floor. We guaranteed that. The Romans did it. They guaranteed access to water. They create a floor. All of a sudden, no one's dying of dehydration in Rome.
I'm talking about us. I don't want. I would push back against America ensuring a floor. Like, I don't think we can live in a country where you can guarantee somebody a roof over their head, where you can guarantee somebody what you call a livable wage, where you can guarantee somebody 3 or 4 meals a day. I don't think that's possible. I don't want to do that. I want people to have that. I just don't want to compel it. And then on the upper end, last thing I'll say, Xander, then you can bring us to a close. The problem is not how much money people buy. The problem is what they do with it. So if you want to go after Elon Musk, and I would as well, go after what he does. Go after corruption. Go after the way rich guys are manipulating social media and everything else. Do all of that, irregardless of how much money they're making. But I'll let you close this out.
Here's what I'm interested in then. This is what I'm interested in. I'm hearing everything you're saying.
Oh, I know. By the way, before Xander starts, I know that 90% of the people listening to us agree with my young friend. I get it. Go ahead, Xander. Continue.
What I'm saying though is you and I can chirp about this all day. Like we should we do it? Can't we do it? Are we doing it? Whatever. Most of my friends do not fucking care. They're going to gravitate towards the person that says they can make the future better. And so all I say is this is what we spend our time on. And they talk about, now I don't want to be a charlatan either. We need to realize, like, we need to come to some solutions that we both agree upon, that we can, like, that puts weight behind our statement that the future can be better and not be a charlatan like Trump. But fucking, we need to say the future's gonna be better. Like, we need to say.
Xander, can you and I, as we close on this shortened show, can you and I agree that we need our side, we need voices on our side to say that, to very positively and boldly and with love of country present that vision, correct?
We can do it. We can do it. We can do it. We can do it. And I shouldn't even say we can't. We need to do it. Like I can't think of, Bernie actually had a little bit of this energy too, if the future is going to be better. I can't think of a successful political movement that didn't have that energy, that the future is going to be dramatically better. And I am not saying, I'm not saying anything other than that. It's okay internally. Like, it's okay to be critical of the country too. I don't think those two things are in tension. I think we're all fucking adults. We can say it's a problem that 2 million people are incarcerated. Joe, this is an easy place for you and I to find agreement on justice reform. It's a problem. And we can figure out something that creates opportunity for those people and makes their lives better and reduces the opportunity that they commit crimes moving forward, right? Like, this is like, we can have a positive posture towards solutions.
Everything Xander just said, my former party now is utter demagoguery and bullshitting. I just want this side, the Democratic side, to be positive. Do everything Xander just said, but be fucking positive. Don't sound like a fucking politician or a consultant. That's right.
It might be on us, Joe. It might not be them. They might not be the guys to pull it off. It might be us.
Xander and Walsh are the 28 ticket.
We gotta work out that we can't guarantee a floor thing first.
Yeah. We'll talk. We'll talk to our consultants.
Okay. All right.
Thanks, brother. Thanks, everybody.
Nice seeing you. Bye.
Thank you for listening. Remember to listen, follow, and share The Social Contract with Joe Walsh on Apple, Spotify. Plus, don't forget to subscribe to The Social Contract on Substack. This has been The Social Contract with Joe Walsh.